See, my thing Geiger count is going off.
I got two.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Some encounters don't start with fear, they start with silence, until something breaks it. A figure crossing deep snow, with no trace of where it came from, and a lone camper hearing sounds in the dark that don't belong to anything known. These moments don't come with answers, only questions. So what are people really encountering out there? Reportedly, this footage was captured by a hiker in the Himalayan mountains in 1992. The clip shows a tall figure moving across deep snow in an open area. The recording dates back to 1992 and was later included in a 1996 Bigfoot documentary. After its release, the footage spread across multiple platforms, but its origin was never fully confirmed. No verified information explains how it was obtained or who filmed it, and the video remains without a confirmed source. Bigfoot is often viewed as just a legend, yet similar footage continues to appear in different locations, leading people to question what they are actually seeing. Could these shapes simply be people misidentified from a distance, or is there something else behind these repeated sightings? Content creator Keith was alone in a remote wilderness during a solo metal detecting trip. As he moved deeper into the forest, the silence was suddenly broken by something unusual.
Work on my way back.
A loud sound echoed through the trees, unlike anything he had heard before. It did not match any known animal call from that area, yet the source stayed hidden and never revealed itself. Thankfully, Keith made it out of the forest safely, but whatever produced that sound is still out there. Strange sounds in remote places can often be misunderstood, especially in quiet environments. So, what do you think could have made that sound in the forest?
Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?
My dog went flying through the air over the tree. I don't know how it did it.
Okay.
A recent documentary has claimed that the Patterson Gimlin film was finally debunked. Shortly after, several clips began spreading on YouTube repeating that idea. In response, a channel called Squatch Mafia shared their own perspective. From the start, the channel argued that those claims lacked solid evidence and were based mostly on personal assumptions rather than verified proof. One of their main points focused on the timing of the documentary's release, raising questions about why the Patterson Gimlin film is being examined again at this moment. They suggested that the situation itself makes the claims less convincing and leaves uncertainty about the true reason for revisiting the footage now. The video also explained that recreations of the Patterson Gimlin footage have existed since the late 1960s, with different filmmakers and researchers attempting to reproduce the scene. They suggested that any evidence presented in the documentary could simply come from one of these recreations rather than the original footage. They concluded that unless the documentary provides clear and reliable evidence, its claims would not change the long-standing debate. For now, the Patterson Gimlin film continues to be studied and discussed with no final answer agreed upon. Some believe the footage shows something real, while others focus on the lack of clear proof and repeated recreations. When each explanation leaves questions behind, it becomes harder to reach a final answer. So, what are we really seeing in this footage? Footage from D's Dark Adventures follows an exploration across outdoor areas in Ohio, capturing several unsettling moments and unusual noises while moving through isolated terrain. Toward the end of the clip, a tall dark shape briefly appears, then slips out of frame in the distance before the recording ends.
Oh, no way.
Woo! Hello? Oh, it's cool in here. I heard something snap. What was that? This is stupid. Don't ever do anything like this. It goes up into there. Alright, I gotta get back down. Get Bear to come with me. I know if I gotta go up this way and try to find that trail. What's that noise? Well, did I just see movement? I swear there was something there. There's eye shine right up there to the white one back there waiting. There's a white. Look, he's looking around the tree. Look around the tree. Look, look. Hi. What is that?
I don't know. I see it though.
There. Oh! Is that what we were seeing? Nope.
No,
there's a set of eyes back there.
I seen that thing move, man.
Don't chase it. Don't go after it.
No. I was just about ready to.
This whole tree's moving. What the shit? Oh, it's a squirrel. He's scared.
That wasn't a squirrel.
A squirrel up here? Yeah, I got it on camera. It's scaring all the animals. All the animals are taking off, dude. See, my thing Geiger counter's going off.
Wait, I got two.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Dude, can you see it in my camera? What is that?
Whether it is something unknown or simply a person or shadow mistaken for something else remains unclear. It could be nothing more than a trick of distance or light, but the timing makes it feel unusual. What do you think was really there? It begins like any ordinary moment, deep in the wilderness with the camera recording, and nothing but silence surrounding him. Then, without warning, he notices it. Not a shadow, not a lighting illusion, but something staring directly back at him face to face with what many believe is Bigfoot. The figure does not move away, it does not attempt to hide it, simply remains there calm and almost human as it watches him.
Oh my God, that is Bigfoot.
For decades, stories of a large, human-like creature have spread through forests across North America, yet clear proof has always stayed just out of reach until footage like this started to appear. It might be a simple misunderstanding or something harder to explain, but the stillness feels unusual. What do you think he was looking at? In March 2016, a hiker at Barrington Quarry recorded a dark, humanoid shape moving along a rocky ridge. The distant figure seemed to walk upright and travel across the uneven terrain before slipping out of view behind the rocks. Because the footage is shaky and filmed from far away, its identity remains unclear. The hiker suggested it might be a shadowy, a mythical ape-like creature from Australian folklore, though skeptics think it could simply be another person. It may be distance and camera shake affecting what is seen, but the movement still feels unusual. What do you think it really was? This video was uploaded to YouTube by Lego Clone Boy 321 on August 31st, 2011, and was filmed near Provo. The footage shows a large figure partly hidden by vegetation in a wooded area. According to the uploader, the group was not on a casual hike. They were conducting field activity and searching for Bigfoot when they noticed the figure. Bigfoot is often described as standing between 7 and 9 feet tall, and the shape in the video seems to fit that range. No updates were ever shared afterward. Some say sightings like this are sometimes reported during remote hiking or camping, but what do you think the figure really was? On October 30th, just before midnight, John Brown and his brother Ben recorded unusual thermal footage on their rural property in Grays Harbor County. What they captured was something they could not explain. The thermal image appears to show the head, shoulders, and upper chest of a figure. According to the brothers, the shape was standing on a steep hillside about 3 to 4 feet below their position. Their property is highly isolated, surrounded by dense forest, with the nearest neighbor roughly half a mile away. After reviewing the footage, size and shape analysis ruled out deer and cattle. Bears were also considered unlikely because none are known to live in that area. Later, the brothers found large footprints nearby and compared their size to a human. Using a reference pole, they estimated the figure to be about 4 feet wide and around 7 feet tall. Some viewers say sightings like this are sometimes reported during remote hiking or camping trips. But what do you think they actually recorded that night? In 2014, a group of children were playing in snowy woods near a treehouse while one of them recorded a video. During the recording, a large dark figure briefly appeared between the trees, moving upright before disappearing. At first, the children thought it might have been a bear. Soon after, they filmed tracks in the snow nearby.
Okay, I'm here with...
The impressions were long and deep-shaped, somewhat like bear tracks. Later, Bigfoot investigator Jack Barnes reviewed the footage using a nearby picnic table for scale and estimated the figure could be around 8 feet tall. Some say sightings like this happen during hiking or camping, but what do you think it was? Reddit user Sasquatch Balls 45 shared a video sent by a friend from a hunting lease near Hanabia. In the clip, a dark figure can be seen walking upright through the trees before disappearing. The person filming never saw it again. In forests, used for hunting or camping, distance and shadows can sometimes make shapes look unusual. But what do you think the video shows? This short video was shared online by a hiker who claims it could be the clearest Bigfoot footage so far. The clip shows a large, dark, hair-covered figure sitting on a fallen tree in a dense forest. The figure appears calm and does not react to the camera. Visible features include long arms, a broad chest, thick fur, and a face that looks partly human and partly primate. The video was reportedly filmed near the Little River, a remote area where people sometimes go hiking or camping. But what do you think was sitting on that tree? An Instagram page that shares Bigfoot content received a strange image from a viewer in Ocala National Forest. The photo came from a trail camera placed in the woods. It shows a large, furry figure standing behind a fallen tree. The shape appears upright and bulky, almost like an ape, though no wild apes live in Florida. The image quickly sparked debate. Some think it may be a person in a costume, while others are unsure. Some say sightings like this are sometimes reported during hiking or camping trips. But what do you think the camera captured? A man in British Columbia had recently bought a new phone with an infrared camera. While testing it, he began taking photos around his yard. One image quickly caught his attention. In the photo, a strange figure appeared in the background. The shape looked somewhat humanoid and seemed to be moving on all fours, but the image quality made it hard to identify. The photo was later shared online by a friend, but no other details were given. Some say moments like this are sometimes noticed near quiet homes or during nearby hiking and camping. But what do you think the camera captured that night? A man flew a drone over a quiet lake in northern Maine while searching for a fishing spot. Later that evening, while reviewing the footage, he noticed something unusual near the tree line. A tall, dark, fur-covered figure appeared to be walking upright on 2 legs. He later returned to the same location and filmed again, but the figure was gone. He shared the clip online, asking viewers what they thought it was. Some say it looks like a person in a Bigfoot suit. Others wonder why someone would be dressed like that in such a remote place where people sometimes go hiking or camping. But what do you think it was? In the 1980s, deep in the forest of Alberta, a lone camper noticed something moving in the distance and began recording. The short clip shows a large bipedal figure walking through the trees. The shape does not clearly resemble a person and does not match any known animal from the region. Some believe it could be Sasquatch, while others think it was just someone in a costume. What do you think that figure really was? A hunter placed a trail camera deep in the woods, hoping to capture wildlife. One weekend, he returned to check the footage while preparing for his next trip into the backcountry. While reviewing the recording, he noticed something unusual. A large, dark figure appeared walking upright through the trees. Surprised, he shared the clip online, asking viewers to help identify it. Some believe it might be Bigfoot, while others think it could be a prank. The hunter said the area was very remote, often used only for hiking or camping. But what do you think the camera recorded that day? During a snowstorm in Arizona, a woman named Rose captured footage from inside her car while driving near the White River above Roberts Ranch. The video picked up loud, unfamiliar sounds coming from outside the vehicle. The noises continued as she traveled along a remote stretch of road. Even with wind and passing cars, the strange sounds remained clearly audible. The area has a history of similar noises and sightings. What do you think was making those sounds? A Department of Transportation employee spotted something unusual in footage from a DOT webcam in eastern Washington. The camera was capturing winter conditions at Sherman Pass, about 5,500 feet above sea level. In one frame, a dark figure appeared, standing in the snow beneath a tree. The shape looked human-sized and completely dark, not like a shadow or debris. Some say sightings like this are sometimes reported in remote areas where people hike or go camping. But what do you think that figure in the snow was? This clip was shared on the Squatch's Real Instagram page. In the winter of 1969, residents of Bossburg discovered more than 1,000 large barefoot tracks after a heavy snowfall. The prints crossed fields, roads, and wooded areas, and were documented with photos and plaster casts. One foot looked normal, while the other showed a strong deformity that changed how it pressed into the snow. Some viewers think the tracks may have a simple explanation, while others believe the pattern is harder to dismiss. If you saw tracks like these in the snow, what would you think made them? This footage was reportedly captured by a hiker in the Himalayan mountains. It shows a tall figure moving through deep snow in an open area. The clip was recorded in 1992 and later appeared in a Bigfoot documentary released in 1996, after which it spread online. Because the source of the footage is unclear, many details remain unanswered. If you came across a figure like that in the snow, what would you think it was? A quiet night in the Sierra wilderness turned frightening on July 8, 2012, when a group's truck broke down near Clipper Mills. Stranded with their boat, they prepared to camp until morning. But once darkness settled, an eerie silence spread through the forest until around 10 p.m., when chilling screams suddenly broke out from the trees. The sounds grew louder and more unsettling, leaving the group shaken as they realized they might not be alone. In 2005, a hiker on Silver Star Mountain in southwest Washington captured a strange figure while taking simple landscape photos. Far below, a lone silhouette moved across the deep snow with no gear, no trail, and unusually long strides. When the images were later zoomed in, the figure appeared thick-bodied and upright, sparking years of debate. Was it just another distant hiker or something that doesn't match a normal person? What do you think this hiker actually photographed that day? Investigators head into the remote forests near Grizzly Ridge to search for signs of Bigfoot, documenting anything that might indicate the creature's presence.
Coming together up like that.
Being that I've seen a ton of these, clearly these were Montana Bigfoot on vacation.
Deep in the wilderness, they discover several large log formations arranged in patterns that seem deliberate, prompting speculation about possible shelters.
This one looks like a juvenile just because of its width. It's not as wide as an adult, but it's close to 15 inches in length.
Nearby, they measure footprints of different sizes, noting smaller prints that resemble juvenile tracks, and larger ones that could match an adult. One especially massive print beside a suspicious structure intensifies their search and deepens the mystery surrounding these encounters. Taken together, the evidence raises questions: are these true signs of an elusive species, or simply natural formations misread by hopeful eyes? And if something is out there, how close are we to uncovering it? A quiet forest in East Texas, a hidden trail camera, and then something unexpected comes into view.
As you can see, it's all black, massive, easily a 9-footer.
A hunter had set up the camera to track wildlife, and for days it recorded nothing unusual.
See it?
Until a massive all-black figure appeared just feet from the lens. Standing upright with thick dark fur, it almost resembles a gorilla, but the way its face turns toward the camera suggests otherwise. The footage does not match any known animal, leaving many to wonder if this could be one of the clearest Bigfoot sightings ever recorded. In the stillness of the forest, something unexpected rests among the trees, unaware it is being filmed. Captured in broad daylight at an undisclosed location in 2024, the footage reveals a large, dark-furred figure sitting motionless in the brush. Its face appears human-like, yet clearly primate, prompting the filmer to remain silent and keep their distance. The creature shifts slightly but never reacts to the camera. Many believe this could be one of the clearest Bigfoot sightings ever recorded, but is it genuine proof or simply a convincing hoax? What do you think? After 2 weeks of continuous monitoring in a remote wilderness, the team finally observed something unusual. A thick-furred creature unlike anything they had seen. Its long limbs, stocky build, and almost human-like gaze raised immediate questions. Footage shows it collecting branches and debris for an unknown purpose before disappearing back into the forest, leaving only mystery behind. In the bright daylight of the Queensland bush, a group of hikers explores an isolated forest near a torn, abandoned campsite.
A rock to the left in front of an old tent. The first part of the video, you will see the large black mass just left of the rock as we approach it. And then
Just left of a rock beside an old tent, a large dark mass briefly comes into view as they pass. Deeper among the trees, faint movement reveals a shadowy figure slipping between the trunks, its heavy frame blending into the surroundings. Later, while filming casually near the damaged tent, the camera unknowingly captures a towering shape behind the trees. When zoomed in, a suspected yowie appears to be watching from a distance. Could this be Australia's elusive forest creature? In Springbrook National Park, a thermal camera captures something unusual in the forest. The footage reveals two large, heat-emitting figures partially concealed behind a tree. Their massive frames and unusual movement suggest something extraordinary, raising curiosity about whether they could be Bigfoot or another mysterious creature. As the figures shift slightly, the outline of their bodies becomes more defined, revealing humanoid shapes and unusual proportions. Observers are left stunned and intrigued, unsure if this is definitive proof of the legendary cryptid.
That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.